Yo, what's good? I was so wrong for the day, but we still secured a winning day, $150 day on my Lucid funded account. But the unfortunate thing is I didn't make anything on my Alpha Capital phase 2 eval, down $3 today, which is basically a break even. And if you guys struggle with over trading and going on tilt, I'm gonna show you exactly what I did today to stop myself from actually potentially burning an account today. All right, so I took this NASDAQ short today, stops above, targets below. I'm gonna show you guys the exact key levels that I used and what I was targeting. All right, so looking at the markets, I saw these relative equal lows here, and I'm watching how price is manipulating London's high into this 30-minute fair value gap. And that was the only key levels that I was paying attention to, thinking that previous daily high could stay intact and we could run down to a discount. So on NQ, I was looking at that same fair value gap, that London high, and then we got that raid right at 9:30. This is exactly where the manipulation for the day had happened if you are bearish. Okay, so we raided London high, had a displacement lower. Now we all know what this pattern is right here. Sweep of that high, break of structure, okay? And then I'm looking at this first presented FEG that got created at 9:36. So as I seen it retracing to the first presented FEG after 9:30, that's where I took my entry, put my stops about 50 points up here, and then my targets was London's low here and just a little bit lower. Now as you guys can see, my key level was respected very well, and then we started running lower, dropping lower, displacing through these lows right here. And when I seen that happen, that's when I decided to move my stop basically above this up close candle. Not at break even yet, because price can come up here, hit that, right, still protect this high, and then keep dropping lower. So my rule is it has to break below and close below this low right here. We retrace, we start coming back now, and then when we got here, I started to take one contract off and secure $140 or so right before it even got to that London low. And the reason why I did that is because when you have that feeling like price is about to it's playing around and it seems like it's about to retrace, right, and it's retracing and it's playing around, it's not running, you feel a little bit more at ease that you secured something. So if price was to reverse, right, like it did here, and take you out, your mental is still at ease because you took something off. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't like partials. If you don't like partialing, is part of my rules, right? If I see it start running out lows, is at like lows right here, and it's at like a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, I might take something off, right? So that's what I did there. Price retrace, we started coming into that 950 to 1010 macro, and then it smacks me out at a $159 win. Now this is where the real test comes in for us as traders. For one, these lows right here, I thought price was going here, okay? This was my expectation while I'm in this trade. Now with expectations comes with a bit of ego, okay? So when price had ran me out at break even here, even though I secured something off, I felt like I was gonna miss the move as it was rejecting that first presented FEG again, lower to take out these lows, okay? But that's just FOMO, right? I executed my plan, executed my trade, and then I got something from today. I took a dub, okay? But I started to have FOMO because it's like, bro, I could make more, like right here. I could have a bigger day. It can go to where it's gonna go to where I expected it to without me. That's what I'm thinking. And this is where traders get trapped, and this is where ego can destroy a trading account. So instead of me reacting off of that, FOMOing in on a sell again here, right? Instead of me doing that, what I did was just stop myself. Okay, it's easier said than done, but if you don't ever do it, you don't train yourself to do it, and your brain doesn't get rewarded for the good decision that you made today. So say if I was to enter this sell, and it based off of that emotion, based off of how I'm feeling, off of my threat, reacting based off of my threat system instead of my safety system, I wouldn't have got rewarded, and I would have had a losing day. And not only that, I probably would have tried to chase into shorts again, or buy or whatever, but most likely a short again. And after that outcome happens, let's say it's a bad outcome, it could lead me to go on tilt, right? That leads all of us traders. This is something that all of us traders can say that we have struggled with before, or that we're still struggling with. So I wouldn't have got rewarded, but say if it did work out, right? I would have rewarded that bad behavior. I would have rewarded it, and my brain would continue to be wired to think that this is a good thing, that I re-hop back into this move based off of my FOMO, based off of me feeling like this was a threat, and it worked out. So trying to fix it, trying to press the button, trying to get back what I lost or whatever, or what I was expecting, doing that was a good thing. But in reality with trading, it's not a good thing, because safety is my survival. Safety is me protecting my account. What I did was I practiced being safe today, reacting off of my safety system of walking away, because that's me being safe. That's me protecting capital. That's me protecting myself from destroying myself. Okay? And guess what? Guess what? Today, that got rewarded. So do you know what that does? Do you know what that does where you don't react off of what you feel is a threat? You don't react off of your bad thinking. You don't react off of your bad emotions. And then it rewards you by, look, I would have fucking lost this trade. It would have lost. I would have lost money when I was up for the day, but I stayed away. So my safety, me being safe, just got rewarded, and my brain rewires itself to think this is good, that I stepped away. So it becomes easier and easier and easier to do when you start to stop reacting based off of your bad habits or your bad thinking. It becomes easier to do when you actually do it and you see the benefits of it. You get what I'm saying? So if you guys struggle with over trading, having problems with discipline, having problems with stopping yourself, or whatever bad habits you have, you just have to do it. You just have to try and do it, or you're gonna continue to keep going down that rabbit hole, blowing up your accounts, when you could just wait, because there's always gonna be another day to trade. Okay, I took 3 L's in a row, and then I took a break-even day that was up $300. But guess what? Sticking to one trade a day, not going off of my bad habits, not reacting off of how I'm feeling, being aware of how I feel, but not just being aware, just being disciplined on not doing what I shouldn't be doing. A lot of times we see what we're doing, we catch ourselves, but we just do it. You have to catch yourself and be like, no, because it leads to this. And then over time, you're just wired. Well, I feel like this, but it's easy to stop. It's easy to stop. Now, do this for a good week and watch the difference in your mentality. Do this for a whole month. It's hard to do that for a whole month. But just like any type of rehab, okay, or any type of habit that you're trying to build, it takes time to be consistent doing it and training it. It takes time to be consistent in it. So once you get through 3 days of not drinking, it gets easier. You get through 3 days of not smoking, it gets easier. You get through that first week, that second week is gonna be easier to not do it. So just like with trading and your bad habits, it takes time, but you have to try and do it. And be consistent every day to do it. Okay? Yes, we make mistakes. You feel me? Like, we make mistakes. We go back on our bad habits, right? We let it sneak in. Just try again. Try as hard as you can again to be consistent in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days of not going on tilt. And not even going on tilt. Doing an action like me getting stopped out at break even here and re-entering because I have FOMO. That action, not just me going on tilt, avoiding these actions when you are trading. If you could do it consistently, it gets easier. But yeah, bruh. But as you guys can see, bruh, it went higher. The day was actually bullish, and there was actually a good buy in here. So if you were bullish for the day, we had SMT with ES at these lows. We started breaking higher, right? We inverted this FEG. There's your buy there. It hit the first prison at FEG. Look at that. That same first prison at FEG right here, and then flew higher into the previous daily high. And I guess today we were bullish overall. So I was wrong for the day, but I still made money But shit could have still went bad if I didn't control myself. That's all it is to it every day. You have to control yourself. But it gets easier when you don't give in to those bad habits. I'm telling you. But with that being said, we up $250 on the funded account. So I made back almost all my losses. I'm just $100 down from the profit that I made on this account. But I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. Sub if you're new to the channel, because I post my trades, full transparency. I post how I feel, my psychology behind it. And I feel like that's a lot of value for everybody that watches that can help you in your trading journey. You feel me? So that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.